A case is meant to regroup information about one or several equipments ordered by the same customer or same order number. It contains one or several equipment or assets. For each of these equipments, you will be able to centralize every information required to prepare and monitor your production. And finally, create your documentation. To create a new case, just click on the +1 button of the case brick. Identify your new case by filling the fields which are meaningful for your purpose. Do not forget to save your new case by clicking on the Save button. As soon as your case is created, you will be able to create new equipments. Most of your preparation will happen inside the individual equipments that you will create. Most of the production preparation phase will take place inside an equipment. Creating a plan, identifying the bill of materials, components landmarks, identifying the welds to be done, identifying a list of WPS matching the requirements of the welds to be done, preparing the NDT to be done, monitoring the preparation NDT, generating your data book. Each equipment is divided in 3 tabs. The first is dedicated to the main information allowing to identify the equipment. The second covers all the production preparation part until the release of your welding data book. The third part is dedicated to the production monitoring until the release of your final manufacturing file. Identify your equipment before switching to the next tab. After identifying your equipment, switch to the production monitoring tab. From the equipment, the first thing to do is identify your plans. This is a prerequisite to be able to identify your welds and components. To begin with, you will have to create your plans. Once again, as during the creation of your equipment, you will be asked to name your plan and save it a first time to continue. Once a plan is saved, you will be allowed to upload your PDF or image file in the next tab. After selecting the right file, it will be uploaded to your plan, and it will appear in the bubbling section. Once the plan is inserted, its preview is displayed. As soon as the plan has appeared, you will be able to access its addition. Edit your plan, components landmarks, and welds. Edit components landmarks on your plan. You can create and describe your components landmarks on the top right part of the addition window. Finally, you can mark your components on your plan. It's a square shape by default. Edit welds on your plan. You can create and describe your welds on the bottom right part of the addition window. When it comes to selecting a WPS matching your weld, you will have the choice between researching an existing WPS, like from the equipment or from your whole library, and creating a new one. The WPS research will be initialized with the data from the weld. You can, although, adjust the other parameters. The WPS results display after you launched your research. Click a WPS to select it in your weld. In case you do not find any WPS to match your weld, just choose to create one, which will trigger the PQR advanced search. That search will allow you to know if you have a matching PQR in your possession. Once you've found your PQR, just select it to automatically initiate the WPS creation process. Afterwards, you can still adjust your new WPS manually. Caution: in any case, keep in mind that only a WPS with a validated status can be found by the research this way. Only a PQR with a validated status associated with a PQR range qualified with a validated status can be found by the research this way. Inside each piece of equipment, this grid sums up every component maker that was created in every plan of the equipment. You can also create your components markers directly from here. A component marker is defined by its name and by an article. Once all the welds of your plan are associated to the right WPS and PQR, you can visualize and modify all of them, or even create new ones in the equipment's weld tracking table. If you have created several plans, the welds of every plan contained in the equipment will be displayed here. This list aims at allowing you to identify welds during the preparation of a future fabrication. This job will also be helpful in the production monitoring part, which will come after. The list will contain every WPS which is associated with at least one weld in this equipment. If the WPS appears in green, it means that it has been validated by someone. The PQR list will display every PQR associated with at least one WPS from one weld from the production preparation. This list will contain every PQR which is associated to at least one WPS from one weld in this equipment. The WOPQ list will display every WOPQ associated with at least one weld from the production preparation. This list will contain every WOPQ which is associated to at least one weld in this equipment. They might be highlighted with different colors which stand for different meanings. In the next video, you will see how to create your welding data book. Bye.